Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to show you guys a pretty cool game that I have seen recently that, if you guys did not know, DC just released a bunch of stuff regarding new games, new movies, new shows, and stuff like that. But this is a new game called Gotham Knights, and it's a pretty interesting one. We're going to go over the details of this game. They only have one trailer out for right now. We don't really know when the game's coming out. We don't fully understand exactly everything about this game, but it seems pretty cool, and it seems like it really kind of shows what happens after Batman is gone and what that would look like in terms of like the Batman franchise. But let's just go over what the game kind of is here first, and then we'll go over each character and kind of discuss what that might mean for this game. So Batman is Dead, a new expansive Criminal Underground has swept the streets of Gotham City. It is now up to the Batman family, Batgirl, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Robin, so those are four characters, to protect Gotham, bring hope to its citizens, disciple to its cops, and fear to its criminals, from solving mysteries that connect the darkest chapters in the city's history to defeating notorious villains in epic confrontations. You must evolve into the new Dark Knight and save the streets from descent into chaos. Gotham Knights is a new open-world action RPG set and the most dynamic, interactive Gotham City yet, in either solo play or in one other hero, or with one other hero. Patrol Gotham's 5 district boroughs and drop in on criminal activity wherever you find it. So it's an open-world RPG with the 4 characters. You can play it by yourself or play it by yourself with one of the other heroes with you. It sounds like we have a pretty decently big map here with 5 districts in Gotham that we have to kind of patrol as these 4 characters. But let's move more into the detail of these characters. And first off, I gotta say, guys, this game actually looks really good. The costumes for these characters look nice. They have multiple characters, which is pretty cool, each one being kind of different in a certain way, which I think is going to bring some big attention to detail when it comes to these characters, of how different they are and the backstory that are, given for each character and what they actually do, each of them having different fighting style, whatnot. But we're going to be going over that as we discuss further in this video. But let's move on to the first character we can talk about here, which is Red Hood. So Jason Todd is an intense and volatile anti-hero. It stems from dying a violent death and then being forcibly resurrected by one of Batman's most dangerous foes. He has trouble keeping his temper in check, but he will not hesitate to step in the line of fire when his friends are threatened. Red Hood wants crime to pay because Gotham City is built on the foundation of corruption, and he has been on the receiving end of it far too often, which honestly is a pretty cool backstory to kind of have him going off of. Jason has trained to the peak of human strength and is proficient in multiple combat techniques with all manner of weapons, both traditional and high-tech. After reconciling with Batman's family, he has embraced Batman's non-lethal combat methods. So we have a guy here who's used to just killing people or really beating people down to death and not really caring, but after reconciling with Batman's family, he's learned to embrace that non-lethal combat part that Batman so oftenly struggles with his temper and his rage and his control as well. So that sort of seems to be that part of Batman that lives within Red Hood. But moving on, we have Robin here, probably one of the most iconic characters other than Batman and Joker. We have Robin here. Tim Drake may be the youngest of the Batman family, but he's also the smartest and the master of deductive reasoning, which is another one of Batman's big traits, which I think I could see with all of these characters, and you listen to all of them put together sort of is Batman in some way. They all took a different thing from him. Tim is a true believer in Batman's mission and is motivated by the conviction that Gotham City needs a hero rather than by personal loss. Batman has a mentor of the highest caliber who has personified that type of man Tim hopes to become. An expert fighter, armed with his collapsible quarterstaff and skilled in the art of stealth, Tim also possesses a background of combined psychological warfare and behavioral sciences, all of which sets the stage for him to accomplish any mission. So he sounds like the guy who's going to be the stealth of the group, which once again, like I said, one of Batman's big traits as well, stealth. He also has psychological warfare and behavioral skills, so it sounds like he might not only be physically fighting enemies, but he might be kind of the guy who mentally fights them as well, sort of gets in their head mentally and actually tries to fight them that way. And he's the stealthy one as well, which makes sense. He's younger, he's smaller. It seems like he might be this little stealthy kid that can get around here. But moving on, the most interesting character, I think, out of all of them is Batgirl. If you guys don't know Batgirl's backstory, well, Here it is, I guess. Few people can match Barbara Gordon in terms of raw willpower and determination. Barbara has also always been a person of action. In her mind, breaking or backing down is never an option. Having one of Gotham City's most well-known police commissioners as a father had a massive impact on her. Jim Gordon gave his life for Gotham, and now she wants to make sure it wasn't in vain. After a face-off that put Barbara in a wheelchair, she became Oracle, a powerful information and communications expert, but her father's death spurred her to train and recover from her wounds so that she could return to active duty as Batgirl. So, literally rising out of her wheelchair just because of Batman dying sort of fuels her will, which explains why it says her raw willpower and determination. She literally got out of that chair and started to learn how to walk again, learn how to fight again just because of Batman's death. Barbara is highly trained in a variety of fighting styles such as kickboxing, I don't know how to pronounce that second one there, jiu-jitsu. Her signature weapon is the tonfa. Barbara also displays a great skill when it comes to hacking or decoding in computers and technological systems to dig for information. So we have the tech person here, the pure willpower and tech person. Sounds like she might be the person who ends up doing a lot of the hacking, a lot of the technological things when it comes to the game. I can't 100% tell what kind of weapon she has there, but she also has the blades on her wrist, which is really cool. This costume design is actually sick. A lot of the costume designs are actually really cool in this game, which hopefully there's going to be customization when it actually comes to their outfits and their costumes. Not even just like color customization, but actually equipment customization. I wonder if they'll do that for this game. Like I said, this is very early on stuff. We don't really know 100% what of all we're getting because this game still seems to potentially be pretty early on. A lot of the stuff they did show was pretty early on when it came to their conference. We don't 100% know final details on everything. We haven't gotten release dates for most of the stuff yet, if any of it, to be 100% honest. So we can't quite judge whether or not this game is going to be good or not. I would like to have customizations for this game, for their outfits. Not even a lot, really. Just different small things would be pretty cool. And moving on to our final boy here, we have Nightwing. If you guys watch Teen Titans, maybe as a kid, you've seen Nightwing here or there, but he doesn't end up actually showing up a lot, but whenever he would, he'd always be my most favorite character. I think Nightwing, overall, I think he's the coolest. He's also the acrobat, so it just seemed kind of cool that he was able to do all those cool tricks and all the cool things that he did. It just seems like he was a more, I don't know, well-fit person to be sort of Batman's sidekick, I guess. But let's move on here to what's going on with our boy Dick Grayson. So Dick Grayson is a natural leader, an optimist, and the most charismatic of the Batman family. So this is our leader guy, I guess we could take from the group. He grew up in an unorthodox but loving circus family, so this is the exact one, the exact Dick Grayson, the one who grows up in the circus and is an acrobat pretty much. So he values close personal bonds. Dick believes that for the fight to be worth it, there must be something real to fight for. And that something has always been other people. He was Batman's first protege before becoming a hero in his own right. So this is the very first Robin, technically, who switched over to Nightwing. Dick boasts mastery in acrobatics, and he is an expert in taking down enemies with a signature dual escromatics. I think that's how you say it. I'm not 100% sure how you're supposed to say that word exactly, but this is our boy Nightwing here, which I always liked the longer-haired Nightwing. I didn't like the shorter-haired one. A lot of the shows didn't really do that, but a lot of the games had longer haired Nightwing, which I always thought was cooler than most of the other versions of him. So we have Nightwing, we have Batgirl, we have Robin, and we have Red Hood, which are all characters that it seems to be at some point were all connected to Batman in some way. Either Batman taught them something, Batman showed them something, and if you put all of these characters together, we sort of end up equaling Batman out. It sort of ends up being Batman pretty much all put together. You know, we have the person who struggles with control, struggles with rage. He's the non-lethal combatant who had to learn that. That's kind of Red Hood. That lives within Batman. Then we have Robin, which is the stealth guy. He's also, you know, deductive. He's cunning when it comes to solving mysteries. That's also Batman as well. That's Robin there. We have Batgirl, who has the willpower, the technological, you know, understanding when it comes to communications and everything else. That's sort of Batman as well, hacking and coding. that's all Batman kind of in his core as well. And then Nightwing being a leader, being an optimist, having acrobatic skills, that all kind of is him as well. So you put all these characters together, you sort of end up equaling out and having Batman just in general. With the world without him, these 4 characters seems like they will actually have to need each other to end up equaling out and having, you know, a group that will be just as strong as him, it seems. So it's going to be interesting, and I cannot wait for this game to come out. It seems like this would be a very fun game, pretty cool story. They do have a trailer out for it. I recommend watching that after you guys, you know, after this video's, you know, finished up. It's finishing up right now, but yeah, I recommend going and watching that after this. I had a lot of fun making this video, guys. I'm going to have a lot more content coming out soon. It's been a little while since I had made a video, but honestly, there wasn't a ton of Persona news coming on. There was a ton of things happening. Seems like a lot of DC stuff has been coming out recently, which I really wanted to get in touch with and maybe get you guys questions on. I'm not 100% sure if that's something you guys would like to have, but I would love to make more videos on that. I like the whole superhero scene as well. I'm not just an anime weeb kind of guy. I like everything, you know. I love all kinds of media and stuff. But yeah, tell me if you guys like these kinds of videos. I'm gonna try to keep uploading more. School was starting up, college was happening soon, so I could not quite make as many videos as I had wanted to. I had to worry about a lot of different things, but it seems like I'm pretty much back on track now, so I will try to not wait 5 days before uploading another video. I like to keep it at 3 or 4 days and not having it at like 5. 5 just seems like too much for me. I don't like stretching it out that long. Don't want to lose you guys. I want to keep you guys entertained. I want to give you guys as much content as you guys possibly, you know, can get. I will be having another top 10 video come out for my Persona series. Those are the videos that I really like to do, and I'm going to be having another one come out soon. So like, comment, subscribe, stay tuned on the channel. As always, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.